नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome every one of you, all the visitors, viewers, devotees, disciples, owners of Sarvanyapita, Samajis, Satsangis, members of Sangha, and everyone sitting with us all over the world. Through two-way video conferencing and through different TV channels, Nityananda TV, Sadhana TV, Ara TV, Nakshatra TV. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Today's subject, karma. Please understand, this subject can be defined, interpreted, not just thousands or lakhs, millions of ways. It's literally infinite ways the subject can be defined. Of course, any sacred truth, any sacred secret can be defined in multiple ways. But usually, the way I define, the definition itself most provocative, provoking you towards activism, invoking completion in you. Most provoking activism, invoking completion. This is actually the definition of the way things should be defined. Definition of definition. How something should be defined. It should be provoking you towards the truth. It should be provoking you towards activism, towards truth. Understand, based on this definition of definitions, I'll define the word karma. Please listen. Listen carefully. Any thought current or thought pattern in which you are stuck is karma. Listen. The thought current or thought pattern, any thought current, any thought pattern in which you are stuck is karma. Stuck thought current, suffocating thought current, suffocating thought pattern, suffocating thought trend is karma. Apply this one line definition in any zone of your life or any dimension of your life. Health. Any idea you have, thought current you have, thought pattern you have, which is not bringing health in you, is karma. Wealth. Any thought current, any thought pattern you have, which is not bringing wealth, what you want to cause as your reality in your life is karma. Anything which is not letting you cause your reality, the stuck thought current which is not causing your reality is karma. Understand? It can be in the field of your relationships, in the field of your wants, in the field of your needs, in the field of your contentment, in the field of your completion, whatever may be the field, in any field, the thought current in which you are stuck, thought pattern in which you are stuck is karma. Listen. It may be a beautiful, profound, logically convincing theory which you read in a great spiritual book or heard from a great spiritual teacher. Anything which is not liberating you, anything in which you are stuck is karma. Please understand. You might have heard those theory, those belief, those truth from whoever it may be. You might have heard. You might have been thinking. You might have been analyzing. You might have read. You might have been internalizing any thought current which is not letting you cause your reality is karma. There may be tons of books you would have read on medicine, but if you are not out of disease, the thought pattern, thought current you built with all your knowledge is only karma. There may be tons of life solutions for every situations you may know, like completion with yourself, completion with others, authenticity, integrity, responsibility, enriching, listening. There may be tons of concepts you heard to cause your reality, but if it has not started happening, it is only karma for you. Listen. It means still somewhere your logic is not opened up. Any thought current which makes you feel stuck, suffocating, caught is karma. You may know about completion, incompletion, authenticity, integrity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Advaita, everything. You might have heard all those concepts enjoyed them logically, but if you are still stuck with some thought pattern which again and again brings you back to the same state, if you have not caused your reality, be very clear, all these thought trends and thought currents and definitions, everything is just karma for you. All the concepts. So karma is not just one part of you. It is the whole net on which you are bound. Anything which raises you to the next level, which gives you the push, breakthrough, is freedom, is completion. Understand? If you have come expecting definitions about karma, whether it is Pitridosha, Nagadosha, Sarpadosha, Snake dosha, what is karma? You are wrong. Listen. Any thought current or pattern, thought pattern or lifestyle in which you are stuck, your reality is not caused, is karma. Any thought current, thought pattern which gives you a breakthrough, push to the next level of your reality, which is making you cause your reality, is liberation, is completion. Look in. If something logically suits you so much, you understand it so much, you just know the solution is around the corner. But again and again, you are back to square one, stuck. Means it may be a very good brain candy, but not completion. You are having only kakka biryani. I'll popularize this word. If you don't understand the word kakka biryani, means biryani of crow. Crow biryani. Understand? Don't be fooled. Don't be cheated. Just because it logically entertains you, convinces you, you cherish it, you enjoy it, you heard from a person whom you love, somebody charismatic, or read from a book, very trustworthy, highly sold, bestseller. Is bestseller. That doesn't mean best. Understand? Best selling is different from being best. I'm not saying these two does not meet each other. I'm only warning you, just because one, don't expect the other one also. Just because something is best selling, don't expect it is best. Listen. You might have read from a bestseller the thoughts, thought trend and cherishing, highly entertaining. Please listen. Please listen. if that thought current is not giving you breakthrough, if it is not giving you constant breakthrough, it's only karma. Please understand, including my teachings, only if it gives you breakthrough, it is completion. Decide to throw the net out completely, not part by part. Today morning, when you wake up, if you are feeling tired, bored, and having slight stomach pain, not only question your ideas about health, question the very idea about the world, life, God. If you have a tooth pain and you want to get rid of it, you are not able to, question the very idea of God, very idea of world, very idea of you have. Don't just question the toothpaste you are using. Don't just question the brand of the medicine you are applying on your teeth. Understand? A thought current which can solve your problems partly, thought current which can cause your reality partly, is also karma, good karma. That's all, but karma. The thought pattern which does not cause any of your reality is karma. The thought pattern which makes you more and more suffocating day by day is bad karma. The thought pattern which causes some part of your reality is good karma. The thought pattern, thought trend which causes all the things you want as reality is completion. Karma is the thought current in which you are stuck. Sometimes I see why there is so much of ferociousness inside me. Actually, I am never angry. Anger has disappeared from inside me 4 janmas before. For last 4 janmas, I have never been angry. I don't know what is anger, but there is intense ferociousness. I used to wonder why. It is just because people are trying to cut the small parts of the net which is tied around them and try to have liberation. It is like a net is tightly tied around you, multiple layers. You want to scratch your nose. You just only cut the area where your hand is and put your hand out and try to scratch your nose. You want to scratch your back, you just cut the net only where it is, you need to scratch and scratch the back. Only when I see the small patches of freedom, you call it as freedom, and when you are stuck with it, especially when you are satisfied with it, that's the time I see the intense ferociousness inside me. Kala Bhairava, can never be satisfied with part-time freedom, part-time reality. Listen. If you are not able to cause even one reality you want, question the whole thought current you have. Question the whole series of thought current you have. Not one or two. Na iti, not this. Na iti, not this. Even if one thought current is discarded completely, you master the method of discarding thought currents. Discarding thought currents is completion. Not just discarding one thought or one thought pattern, discarding thought currents is completion. Understand? When you complete with your root pattern, the collective, your family's root pattern will stand in front of you. Complete that. Then collective, your society's root pattern will stand in front of you. Complete that. Then collective, your country's root pattern will stand in front of you. Complete that. Then collective, the global root pattern will stand in front of you. Complete that. Then collective, whole beings, not just human, all beings' root pattern will stand in front of you. Complete that. Then the whole universal, the cosmic root pattern will stand in front of you. Complete that. Then you are Sadashiva. So every completion is not completing with one thought pattern, but completing with the whole thought current. With the whole thought current. If you have a slight tiredness, boredom, headache after you wake up, change everything. Not just your pillow or bed. Everything. I'm not talking only about the external, internal. Change everything. The way you think, the way you perceive about life, the way you perceive about death, the ideas you have about God, the ideas you have about the universe, the ideas you have about you. Say, na iti, not this, not this. The time period you are stuck with one thought pattern is a year, season in your life. The time you are stuck in what thought current is life in your life. A thought current, the time you spend with one thought current in your long life is one life. Means the time between one life and death. Understand? Your life or death, your lifespan is not defined based on the number of years you are in a body. It is based on the time you spend with one thought current. That is why whenever you complete certain thought current and enter into a new thought current, whenever you are initiated into a new thought current, Vedic tradition calls you newborn. I have few questions in front of me. What role does karma play in birth, life and death? I defined it. Just now I defined it clearly. The time you spend with a thought pattern is a season of your life, paruva. Like how you use the word teenage period, adolescent, youth, man, all those words. The time you spend with one thought pattern is season in your life. The time you spend with one thought current is your life. Next question, what are different types of karma? Listen. The thought pattern which you don't enjoy, which you already feel it is outdated and which is constantly suffocating you, shrinking you, is sanjita karma. And the thought pattern in which you feel you are stuck, but you are able to cause few things as your reality in your life, that is agamya karma. But because you want to cause one or two things in your life as reality, the thought pattern you accept brings untold, unimagined, unexpected bondages, side effects, after effects in your life. That is called agamya. Listen. Husband is a person who stands by you during all the troubles, tortures, sufferings, pains, which will not be there in your life if he is not there. That is the definition of agamya karma. You try to cause your reality in one dimension of your life, and you accept certain thought current, thought pattern into your lifestyle, which causes multiple other suffocations and bondages, unimagined, unexpected, untold, unbriefed. Understand? just because you want to own a home, sometimes you get stuck in the home for next 40 years paying your bank home loan. You want home. That's the reality you want to cause. But when you cause that reality, the thought current you accept and assume on you, the responsibility you bring upon you, can suffocate and bind you in unimagined, unexpected, untold, unseen multiple ways. This is the example for agamya. Prarabdha means not ready to allow either the outdated, suffocating thought pattern or the thought pattern which causes your reality partially, deciding boldly to go on renouncing any thought current, thought pattern, even if you suspect them that they are not going to cause your reality completely. If you go on discarding, the discarding will become a lifestyle. That discarding thought pattern, thought trend, thought current is prarabdha. Means only exhausting. No more accumulation. Waking up to the reality. Any thought current, any thought trend cannot cause all my realities as reality. Coming to that understanding and waking up to that reality is enlightenment. Not ready to be stuck in any thought current is the liberated thinking current. Not ready to revere, honor any thought current is liberated thinking current. Not ready to honor, revere any thought current is completion. Not ready to honor, accept, revere any thought current is perpetual completion. Not ready to accept any thought current as a lifestyle is perpetual completion. I have a next question. Can you please comment about the following statements? Are they myth or reality? First statement, karma means that the effect of our actions will come back to us in the future. Myth. Karma means the effect of your thought currents will come back to you in the future till you complete. That's the reality. Karma means that the effect of our actions will come back to us in the future is a myth. There is no CCTV recording going on in the cosmos, where your actions will be bringing suffering to you in the future. No. But your thought currents will be bringing the results in the future. There is audio recording going on in the cosmos, not video recording. Video recording means your actions being captured. Audio recording means your thought currents being captured. Cosmos has only audio recording, no video recording. Understand, Cosmos has no CCTV camera. It's only video muted camera, audio recording. A video recording getting punished is a cheap, childish. God is not interested in that game. God is not playing the game of the judge. And there is no such thing as you will be judged, weighed based on your actions. That is childish, too childish, immature. If God is supposed to do the job, you don't need God. You have enough men who can just analyze the CCTV footage of your life and pass the judgment, whatever is required. Understand, because your organ of seeing is impacting you so much than the organ of listening, you think Cosmos also judges based on the action. No. Only the thought current comes back as karma, not the action current. Next statement here. You can cancel out bad karma with good karma by doing good things. It's a myth. It's a myth. Please listen. You can cancel out any karma by cancelling that whole thought pattern, whole thought current. If you are not able to give up even one small parts of your thought current and cause even parts of your reality, that is called bad karma, if you are able to break and give up on parts of your thought current and make parts of your reality into reality, that can be called as good karma. If you are able to break the whole thought current and go beyond the thought trend, it is called completion. So, good karma does not cancel out bad karma. Cancelling out happens only when you break from the whole thought current. The next statement. Same action by different people will have different karmic effect. Yes, it's reality. Because the action is not responsible for the karma. It is the thought current behind the action is responsible for karma. Understand Cosmos as continuous audio recording but not video recording. This statement, this truth will clear tons of your questions about karma. In video recording, visuals are always new. In audio recording, it is always a single flow. Please understand. If your mind is audio recorded, don't ever think it will be a long hours together material. No, it will not be more than 5 statements, 24 hours. The same 5 statements is getting repeated in the old stupid gramophone record in different ways of getting stuck. Just this one statement. I ate and like kaka biryani. I ate and like biryani. Maybe next time. I ate and like kaka biryani. Maybe the third time. I ate and like kaka biryani. I ate and like kaka biryani. That's all is your inner audio recording. Please understand. If you think, if you are inside audio recording is done, you will have multiple things. You are wrong. You do not know you. The more restless you are, you think more thought currents you have. No. The more restless you are stuck in the same thought more number of times. Not more thought current. You are repeating the same more number of times, not more number of thought currents. Listen. Listen to this understanding. You can be complete and be liberated today. Internalize this truth. It is fresh out of the box definition of karma directly from Sadashiva. Remember this one truth. Your life has no video recording, it only has audio recording. Your actions do not count, your thought current counts. Your fight with your mother, or your fight with your mother-in-law, or your fight with your brother-in-law, or your fight with your daughter-in-law, or your fight with your son-in-law, or your fight with your granddaughter does not count. You fight that counts. Same action by different people will have different karmic effect. The statement is true. Next statement. Karma cannot be changed. You may be thinking, I am going to say this statement is myth. I am saying truth. Karma cannot be changed. It can only be discarded. It cannot be changed. It can only be discarded. Understand the thought current of fight, thought pattern of fight. If you pick up, you can never see peace. It cannot be changed. You cannot alter the effect, side effect, the associate thought currents, the friend, neighbor of this thought current. They come with Anga, Avarana, Parsha Devatas. If Mahadeva comes, Nandi will come. Devi will come. Ganesha will come. Kartikeya will come. With Ganesha his rat will come. With Kartikeya his peacock will come. With Devi his our lion will come. You can't change it. When you bring the thought current of fight, all the things associated will come, you can't change it. Effect, side effect, after effect, everything will come, you can't change it. You will attract the same type of people who are holding the same thought current in your life again and again and again. It cannot be changed. Karma cannot be changed. It can only be discarded. The good news I have for you is karma cannot be changed. The great news I have for you is karma can be discarded. The moment you discard one thought current, suddenly you will see not only you are entering into the next level of your existence, you will be seeing the people who will exist in the next level surround you suddenly. It is literally like Indian movies, how the moment you fall in love, the scene changes. The dry land around you becomes a green grass bed, and the electric pole around which you are standing and talking in your stupid cell phone becomes a great Devadaru tree, and the dog which is pissing around that electric pole becomes a cute pet Pomeranian, and you just run around the tree. Sometimes you even feel the chillness around the pole. Ice around the pole till police comes and picks you up. If you are just running around the electric pole, what else do you expect? Just like how in Indian movies, the moment you fall in love, your whole inside, outside changes. I tell you, exactly the same way. When you complete even with one thought current, the whole thing suddenly around you will change. It has to change, only then you are completed. Your friends in reality and your friends list in Facebook. Your likes in reality and your likes in Facebook. You are right, wrong, good, bad, everything suddenly will change. You will have Such big breathing space. You will have that breather. Suddenly the feeling suffocated, collapses, crashes. That becomes the music of your whole being. Whenever the becomes the music of your whole being, you are tasting completion. You are tasting completion. You are tasting completion. Next statement. I will not accumulate karma if I do nothing. Do I accumulate karma through action or do I burn karma through action? This statement, I will not accumulate karma if I do nothing, is a myth. Listen, because there is no such thing as doing nothing. You can't. You don't know that space. When you achieve that space, you will not be making the statement, if I do nothing. You will make the statement, if I be nothing. You can never be doing nothing if you are being something. Only if you are being nothing, you can be doing nothing. So there is no such thing as doing nothing. So the statement, I may not want to even say it is myth or reality, I will say it is wrong. The statement is wrong. If you make the statement, I will not accumulate karma if I be nothing, it is reality. If you make the statement, I will not accumulate karma if I do nothing, is mistake statement. If you make a statement, I will not accumulate karma if I am doing nothing, is a myth statement. Next line, do I accumulate karma through action or do I burn karma through action? Understand? If your context is moving towards completion, you burn karma through action. If your context is not towards completion, you accumulate karma through action. Whether you burn karma through action or accumulate karma through action is dependent on how you hold you, the context you set for you. Basically, if you believe Cosmos has CCTV camera recording going on, you will be accumulating karma by action, because that kind of a faith will lead to that kind of a thought current and action flow. But if you understand, it has no CCTV footage recording going on, it has only internal chip recording the audio, you will exhaust your karma through your action, because you know where you need to work is the thought current you are having, not the action trend you are doing. The struggle is not supposed to be done to wake up early morning 4:30. The struggle is supposed to be done to break the lazy thought current and boredom thought pattern. Unfortunately, when you believe the CCTV footage, all your struggle is aimed at waking up at morning 4 o'clock instead of breaking the thought current of boredom, thought current of tiredness, thought pattern of tiredness and boredom. Even for your whole life, if you wake up early morning 4:30, did not break your thought pattern, thought current of boredom and tiredness, you built a good habit, not liberation. Habit is a habit. All of you know, I may want to remind you once more. In habit, if you remove the T, if you remove the H, a bit will be there. If you remove A, bit will be there. If you remove B, it will be there. Only when you remove the I, the thought current, it will die. Even if you work whole day in Microsoft, did not complete with that thought current of feeling bored and tired, understand, you will just feel stuck and feel exploited, sucked and die by 45. After 45, if something is left in your body, that may be much worse than death. If you break the boredom and thought current and bring activism, you have experienced activism and go on working, you may be working till the last moment of this body's existence and still will not be tired, retired, bored. If you are bored, bore yourself and your thought current. If you are bored, bore the thought current of feeling bored. I have a next question. Now that I learnt about karma, what can I do? How to make this practical in my life? Understand? Today I have revealed some of the most important sacred secrets about karma, shaken many of your beliefs, more than answering many of your questioned many of your answers. Don't even bother. Don't even bother about the action plan, because I have given you thinking plan. Encourage this new thinking plan, that is the action plan. All action plan without encouraging new thinking plan will be failure. When you have a new thinking plan, action plan is not required. Have this thinking plan. Have this thinking plan. People ask me, should I even try to change karma? Yes. Change your karma. But remember, karma means the thought current in which you are stuck. The thought current in which you are stuck is karma. Discard it. Change it completely. Karma is, listen, listen, please. Listen carefully. Listen very carefully. Karma is not like your Rudrakshamala. If it is broken, you can restring and wear, or you can replace that broken bead with a new bead. Karma is not your Rudrakshamala, it is your diaper. You have to change it completely. Karma is diaper. You have to change it completely. You can't change part of it. You can't wash and reuse. Karma is not your soap or your shampoo or your mala to repair, reuse, wash. No. It is your diaper. When it is smelling, you have to change it completely. Even wash the area it was touching. If you feel stuck, you have to change it completely. Even the hand with which you changed it need to be washed. Next question, how do I decide what to change and what not to change in my life? Listen. Change everything that can be changed. You can't change which you can't change, leave it. Change everything that can be changed. The most important, the thought current, changing the thought current. Once you change that, everything which can be changed will be changed around you. Blessed are those who have nobody else in their life, who need to be changed when they change, or with whom they feel stuck when they change. Greater blessed of those with whom they share their life also change when they change. Blessed are those who don't have anybody in their life, who need to change when they change. Greater blessed are those who have people who change when you change. If you don't have anybody, you are not stuck with anybody, your change is your change. You don't need to wait for anybody else to change along with you. You are a sannyasi. If you have somebody in your life who changes when you change, you are a real grihastha. If you have somebody to hold you, even when you change, not ready to change, you are householder. Holder. Grihastha is not householder. Grihastha means moving, moving, moving. Graha, sthiti. The sthiti of grahas is moving, changing, changing, changing. If you are in the sthiti of grahas, grihastha. But the very word householder brings a different context. Householder. It is like suddenly after the aircraft lands, you put a bolt and nut and seal that into the runway. That is householder. Grihastha means the plane is let to fly like grahas. Change. Anything can be changed. Change with challenge. Go on challenging. Anything which says I won't change. Try to change the very change itself. Next question. How to awaken to true purpose and highest potential? When you are ferocious to challenge anything which says it won't change. That ferociousness to change everything is what I call seeking. Ferociousness to change everything is seeking. Be a Kala Bhairava, Kali, to your very life. Be Sadashiva to your very life. Create what you want to. Maintain what you want to. Destroy what you want to. Hide. Put it into illusion what you want to. And grace, give your blessings to what you want to. Be Sadashiva for your life. That is awakening to your true purpose and highest potential. That's all is the time we have. But I have not finished saying whatever I want to say. I will continue to say whatever I want to say in further satsangs. As you all know, satsang starts, never ends. And I'll continue to say whatever I want to say, even if you see this satsang, listen to this satsang again and again and again. Because whatever I want to say, the seed is already expressed in this webinar. The more and more you listen, the seed will grow deeper and deeper in you. So, understand breaking everything can be broken or can't be broken in you. Is awakening. Whatever you can break in you, you break it. Whatever I can break in you, I break it, is inner awakening. Whatever can be changed inside you by your ferociousness is awakening. Whatever can be changed inside you by my ferociousness is inner awakening. If you want to see my ferociousness and what all it can break in you and change in you, come to inner awakening. Come to meet Kala Bhairava in Kashi. Listen. It is just your decision to change anything you know liberates you from all karmas. Be Sadashiva for yourself in recreating yourself. Be Mahadeva for yourself for reinventing yourself. The next question I have, I heard that specific spiritual places like Varanasi help with karma. Can you please explain how? Because the place like Varanasi has its own energy centers, lifestyle, way of existing continuously to teach breaking free from your old thought current and thought pattern. So Varanasi will really infuse that energy of ferociousness to reinvent yourself. understand, especially the coming October Varanasi Inner Awakening. I am raising to the next level of breaking the very concepts and ideas you guys have about inner awakening. I am breaking the very karma of inner awakening. Understand? Whatever you know about inner awakening and I know about inner awakening, I am breaking it. That is why I am going to accept 200 volunteers by providing free accommodation and food. Anybody who has done already inner awakening, you are free to apply. If you are invited, you will be given free food and accommodation and all major darshans free. Anybody who has done inner awakening already, wanted to volunteer and experience the breakthrough of inner awakening, not just breakthrough of you, breakthrough of the system which I give you breakthrough. Breakthrough of the thought current through which I give you breakthrough. The next question, relationship between karma and Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela is the space and energy landing into the place and time to raise you beyond your karmas. The space and time supporting you by landing into the place and time to raise you beyond karma, to infuse that ferociousness, to break from all karma patterns, to explode beyond all karma patterns. Next question. Little bit about Kumbh Mela Nasik experience. I can speak about Kumbh Mela Nasik experience, but not a little bit. It's a place where the greatest being walked on the planet Earth, decided to live for years to celebrate his light romance with his consort Sita, the great Rama. Understand, the place Rama chose to live with Sita, then understand what kind of a place it will be. He chose because all the best rishis of those days, the Sabda rishis, all 7 of them were living there. And all the great 5 things were available there. 5 energies means the energy of earth, water, fire, air and ether. All the 5 were very auspicious in that place. Panchavati and all the Sabda rishis lived there. That is why Rama chose that place to spend with Sita. In any recorded history, Rama is the only one had longest honeymoon, 13.5 years. That is why you can't call it as honeymoon, honey sun. 13.5 years. Only the last 6 months, Ravana kidnapped Sita. Otherwise, 13.5 years. They enjoyed life in Panchavati, in Nasik. Come to experience the space of Rama and how he lived the experience of Shivoham. Rama is the greatest devotee of Mahadeva. Understand, before doing every action, he installed Shivalinga and worshipped Mahadeva. After successful every action, he installed Shivalinga and worshipped Mahadeva. We are in a place where he installed Shivalinga, Rameshwar, in Ramanagara. After destroying Kakashura, Kakabriyanishura, Rama installed Rameshwar here in Bidadi. That is why this place is called Ramanagara. Nasik is the place where he ripened and started radiating the experience of Shivoham. So come to celebrate Rama's Shivoham experience. So you will see me totally in a new different dimension and space, because I'm going to express Rama's experience of Shivoham. And the next question, the usual, is there any guided meditation or technique we can do to work on our karma? Listen to this webinar 21 times. Once a day for next 21 days. That is the guided meditation. Listen to this webinar next 21 days. Once a day, every day. That is the guided meditation you can do to work and complete your karmas. I bless you all. Let everyone here be free from all karmas and be liberated from all karmas and radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Advaita, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.